Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Extra point up and good by Sanders.
Makes the score Steelers 52.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team. So
it's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And a nice spin into some open field. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 22 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go,
and out come the Dolphins now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Drake.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Here's Fitzpatrick.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A 9-yard touchdown run as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. This is fielded at the goal line. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Shedding the tackler, that gives him some room. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, 34 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Roethlisberger. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. Well, he's loose again, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Roethlisberger on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, 64 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that makes it a 9-point game. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Fitzpatrick on target to Wilson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Fitzpatrick, and it's caught by Parker. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, no, he lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.